You're listening to Dare to Transform, where we find the vision, dedication, and motivation behind inspiring stories of transformation. This is episode number 2, Daring to Find Your Way. I'm your host, Angela Harris, founder of Work of Heart, here with my co-host, Mariam Debaj, bringing you an I Transform production. Our guests today are Jose Cormier and Alisha Stafford of Your Way Weight Loss. Your Way Weight Loss is a motivational and support membership community that focuses on losing weight while living a sustainable lifestyle. Your Way Weight Loss focuses on strategies, guidance, and accountability for weight loss success. Jose Cormier founded Your Way Weight Loss in Shediac, New Brunswick in 2012 and is celebrating 8 years of successfully helping people lose and maintain weight. Hundreds in her membership community trust in Your Way Weight Loss and have been successful with this program. This inspiring dynamo has experienced weight loss and continues to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Alisha Stafford started off as a member in the program and successfully lost 50 pounds. She was appointed to the position of motivational leader when Your Way Weight Loss opened their second location in Riverview, New Brunswick in January 2017. With Alisha's success, her personality, and her amazing mindset, she was truly born for this role. Welcome, Jose and Alisha. We are so excited to chat with you today.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for joining us. So I would love if you could share a bit of an introduction of yourself. Maybe tell us a little bit more about who you are, what you do today, how you got started, all of that fun stuff.
Okay, so Your Way Weight Loss started in Shediac in 2012. So it's been over 8 years that we have created Your Way Weight Loss. And it was meant to be this place for, I guess, the community of the people in Shediac to have a place to go and, I guess, focus on true weight loss. That was my main focus.
Okay.
So when I created Your Way Weight Loss, I had just stopped working for Weight Watchers.
Okay.
And the idea was to create more of a place that was focused on mindset and a place where accountability was your number one source of, I guess, to help you perform. And it started off with about 50 members. And from there, I just kept the same business model for about 5 years. So for 5 years until 2017, that's when Alisha came in and she can talk to you a bit about that. But that's when Alisha came in and I guess the whole Your Way Weight Loss model really changed.
Okay. Very cool. So how did you two meet?
So Alisha and go.
Oh, go ahead. We're teachers at Riverview High School. We both were our math teachers.
Oh, no way.
And I always watched Jose. She was a friend first. And I watched her rock her business. And I remember when she very first started and she was putting pamphlets in the mail. Like that was the very first thing she did for marketing. And in 2016, I decided to start listening to what she had to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on my own health journey. And that year I lost 50 pounds. And she was like, your mindset is good. Wow. Like, let's do this together. And so then 2017 was a big year for us in January.
It was just crazy to see her transform her body physically. But I had been in business for 5 years and I had never met someone where I felt like not only had the physical transformation, but also I felt like she had what I was looking for in order to be able to open up another location. Okay. Which, to be honest, I thought would never happen just because I felt like I needed to find another me. And because I was a big part of the program, it was people coming in to listen to me. And, we weren't using any type of technology. It was people coming into a Shediac location for 5 years, listening to me and only me, and once a week. Right. So I needed to find another human that I felt could deliver a message and the proper I guess, business model that I had, but also I wanted it to be someone that had lost weight as well. So I had there was a big list of what I was looking for, and she just had all of the criterias. So that's where 2017 she came in, and we get to be where we are today, right? With everything that we've put together since then, it's been quite a journey.
That's amazing. And you have honestly, you have built not only an incredible community here, but also an incredible community online and a reputation that has gone along with that. And you're known for helping people make these incredible transformations. So what do you think it has been, what is the biggest differentiator with what you guys are doing as opposed to others in the health and wellness industry?
I think that what differentiates us is that our main focus is self-awareness and not necessarily weight loss.
Okay.
I think that weight loss is like a byproduct of your weight loss, but our main focus has always been, without even knowing it, I think, self-awareness. That's always been the main priority, I guess, that we have for our members. Is we want them to be more self-aware. Therefore, their transformation becomes real. It becomes inside. It becomes who they are, and not just about a number on the scale or amount of pounds they've lost. It really becomes about transforming and changing who they are.
Right.
And I do believe that that's why we do have amazing success and long-lasting success. Is because our main focus is not just about weight loss. It's about changing who you are as a person, and the identity that you've created. We try to change it into who you would want to be.
Absolutely. Well, and I think early on too, you were talking about mindset, right? And I think the more aware that you are of, the things that you tell yourself and the way that you think, and, to your point too, the identity that you've given yourself, the more power that you have, for sure. So I think that's amazing.
And talking about the mindset, so this is more about what you are giving, the value you are providing to your members. But let's go a little back to your business. What is that mindset that made this business sustainable? 2012, we're 2020, things have changed. You have evolved with the society. So I'm just curious about what mindset Jose and Alisha, since 2017, have in common that is keeping pushing them to evolve and grow and adapt, because it takes a lot, and all this loss can be resumed in mindset. We see it with other businesses who have been around for long years, but who don't have the right mindset of adapting and evolving and growing. So where do you get this inspiration? How do you keep your business flexible so you are sustainable? Your way, your business.
I think there's two sides to your very amazing question. I think there's the side of how have we been able to create an amazing mindset, business wise, not as entrepreneurs, but the business itself.
Yeah.
And I think that Alisha would completely agree that this past year, we focused on our own identity as a business. So I think that we've really only this past year, after 7 years, have we really gotten into who we are as a business and not hide from it, and not and really go with it, I guess. And so in terms of a business, this year has been our best in terms of really focusing on our way and our identity and what we represent, and being proud of that, and I guess going even deeper into who we are and what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Do you want to add on to that, Leash?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to give you a little bit of credit here, because I think you made an amazing move as an entrepreneur last year in 2019, when I think it's probably a really hard thing for people to do when they own their own business, to make a decision between doing all the day-to-day things by themselves and giving those tasks to other people and being an entrepreneur. And you really did that last year, and that allowed you to have room in your brain for the big picture and to just have this vision. And, you know, it's so inspiring to see you be inspired. And I think it's part of our personalities as well, is we seek happiness, both of us, and we search for inspiration. We go and look for it, and we surround ourselves with other people that make us better people, really.
And that's the other piece I wanted to add on, is that's the business part. But in terms of being partners, Alisha and I truly love each other, and we were friends first. But I do think that we're unique and special, to be honest. I think that we both we feel like we've transformed into one person, but we feel like we have we have a lot of differences for sure, and we recognize them. But we are unique in the sense that we are for real, no drama. Like, people say those words, but being like that is another thing. And we have in 3 years of being together in our relationship.
In your business marriage.
We have never fought. We have had difficult conversations, but we have never fought. And I think that's respect, no drama, true love, to be honest, and really having the same ultimate goal of being happy and wanting the same for the other person. And we are building it together. There's no competition. There's no, like, we are together, and we truly want this for your weight loss, but also for ourselves as people. Like, we're not just, we're people, and we love our families, and we love, so I think that we've created that uniqueness between the both of us as well. Like, we're like, what we sometimes, like, we tell ourselves, how lucky are we that we can actually truly love each other, be best friends, but also rock being partners in a business when there are difficult moments, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I think some of that comes down to, like you said it, you know, it's like, it's respect, right? And it's like, you know, it's recognizing that if you know, together you can go much farther than if you're like worried about what this person is going to do, or if you're trying to keep control of this thing or whatever. But I think ultimately it boils down to respect. And then the other one too is gratitude, right? Like, if you are, you know, if you're focused on, and I loved that you said that too, that, you know, I wrote it down. I'm like, seeking happiness and searching for inspiration, like, boom. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, thank you for that, Alisha. Like, I think that is, you know, a key to all of this. And I recognize that in the work that I do. And I think we all probably do. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. I think if you have that vision and you have that focus, it, you know, it can go a long ways. So
well, I just want to say on that, our topics, our meeting topics so far in 2020 have been all about what successful people have in common. And I just stole that from there. You know, we've talked about, they have balance, you know, they seek their own inspiration, and all of these are just qualities of successful people. Successful in weight loss, health, sure, but it can go so much further than that.
Absolutely. And I think that's key. I think you don't always want to be pursuing what someone else has, but when you look at what a person has used or done to, like, get what they wanted, or to, like, you know, to keep focused on their vision, of course, you're like, why reinvent the wheel, right? Like, and when you really start digging into it, you know, it does come down to, like, mindset and accountability and routine and, you know, and gratitude. And, you know, it's just, it's not these, like, huge, complicated, I'm putting in quotation marks, which our listeners can't see, but, like, it's not nearly as complicated as we think it is. But it takes hard work to, you know, to do these things, and either, you know, for your clients or for, you know, for the business, for the entrepreneurs and the business people listening too. So
to go back a little to 2019, you said that something happened that triggered the change. You say, like, this last year we decided to focus on ourselves and our way and our business. And just for our listeners, so we are recording this on April 16th. So we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we are doing this remotely. And this pandemic has been a trigger for a lot of things worldwide. It is changing consumer consumption behavior. I'm not going to talk just about consumers from a business perspective. The human behavior, the human thinking, and mindset. We're all very sensitive. We don't know what's going to happen in the coming few weeks. We don't know if it's going to be just few weeks, few months, few years. But we are creating our new normal as humans, as a society. So if I go to 2019 with your way lost, what happened that activated this idea in your mind and said, you know what, we need to slow down, things need to change, or let's seek our happiness? What started this? I'm very curious.
You'll be happy to know that there's like an actual like event that happened, so that I actually like can share. So I was invited in July 2019 to a founders lunch, and so many things happened just like with the invitation, because I had not even ever considered myself a founder, an entrepreneur. Even after 7 years of working on your weight loss, those words, I was a teacher. If you asked me what I was, I'm a high school math teacher. That was always my first response to when people asked me what I did, you know? It was very natural to me to say those words. So I got invited to this founders lunch, like, what do I even wear? And what will I say? And like, it was just very exciting. So I get to this founders lunch, and that lunch changed everything for me. The conversations were like so inspiring, and it like created this fire in my belly. I remember calling Alisha. I'm like, I have a fire in my belly, and it is like things are going to start being different, and I'm excited. So a few things were brought up, which I'm a person that reflects a lot. So if you ask me a question, I go deep. So the person that I guess was hosting that lunch said, do you use your daily task? Are they to run your business, or are they to grow your business? And at that time in July, everything I did from the start of my day to the end of my day was to run my business and not to grow it. And I said, well, it's growing while I'm running it, right? But he said, obviously, with the title that I have with Your Weight Loss, my only focus should be how to grow your weight loss if I wanted to grow at I guess faster rate, and that also opened up like, wow, maybe that's why it took me 8 years when, you know, it could have been maybe sooner if I would have focused on getting help, and giving some of the tasks that I could hire someone, you know, to do those things. So that was one thing. And he also, second question, he said, if your business were to double overnight, what would happen? What would happen? And I said, it would be a show. It would be a total disaster. And he said, why? And I said, well, because the way we're running it right now, I would have to hire so many people to take over like the I call it Mickey Mouse. Our system was very Mickey Mouse. It was very Excel spreadsheets, highlighters. Like if I died, Alisha would have been so lost with my highlighting in my Excel spreadsheet. And it was just the online business was very much ran by me, who is not a techie person, but I was really trying to make it. So those two questions were like, he's so right. Like if I need to be able to spend my time growing your weight loss and knowing how to do that. But also I need a better system. So after July is when I started, I hired a tech person to like do some research on what platforms are out there that could work with what we do on a daily basis and that could help us. So I did hire.
You already had some pretty significant numbers last July, right? Like, because I remember hearing about your business like last year. Before that, I'm sure, and hearing about like, is it over 1,500 members that you have online?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So you already had huge numbers at that point.
Yes, I think that our main focus in 2019 to right now was not even to grow it, was to get ready for the growth.
Okay.
So I didn't want a growth overnight. We're not ready. We don't have the system in place. We don't have the platform. We also weren't marketing. So that's when Alisha really comes in, and we're like, who are we? You know, what are we? Why are we successful? Why do people love us? And you know what, that question that you asked, why are we different? I had never asked myself that question before that lunch. That was another question. Why are you different? Why do people choose your weight loss? Why are you successful? Like, even the person hosting was like, your website is terrible. Like, how are people joining? But it was amazing.
But I think that, you know, to your point, like, how incredible is that? That speaks volumes to, you know, what you're actually doing. If you have a crappy website and no system, and people are like, and you've got over 1,500 members, right? That you're managing with an Excel spreadsheet.
It was,
you know,
that meeting was so validating. I had not felt validated as an entrepreneur before that meeting, to be honest. And it lit up that fire as well, the entrepreneur side of me. Like, you are an entrepreneur, take it seriously. And you have something. They were hilarious. I loved it so much. It was, your website is crap, but people are lining up to join. Why? And I'm like, but because, you know, people are successful. Why? It was always why, right? Which I love. I love why. Why is my thing.
Power.
Yeah. So there was a lot of reflection, and then met with Alisha, and she really focused on, because Alisha is, I would say, our marketing girl. We'll call her the marketing manager. But she is the online girl, the marketing girl. And because it's her thing, she is really good at it. And she knows who we are as a business. And she really went with it and focused on, we're funny, people enjoy that. And they like listening. Yeah, we're real. They like that. Right after that meeting, I started a self-awareness program, because that's when I figured out we're a self-awareness program. So it was this free thing on YouTube, a bunch of YouTube videos. Anyone can go and check those out. But it's all about different topics, self-awareness on nutrition, on your environment, on society, so just so that we can help people know more about themselves, because that's what we do. And that's why people are successful.
So Alisha, what did you think when Jose either called you or messaged you or whatever after this? Like, what was going through your head? Like, were you surprised? I'm curious about that. How'd that conversation go?
I mean, I was not surprised at all. And I had been in situations before when people had called Jose an entrepreneur, and you could tell she almost like got uncomfortable in her skin with it, because, to call her that. But we were at capacity with our system. Like, we were working insane. I can't even tell you how much we were working, and it wasn't efficient, and it wasn't speaking to our strengths.
Yeah.
And we had an amazing growth in January of that year. And Jose, I think her son was like 6 months old, not even in January. And she's like, oh, it was an insane time in our business. And we were very grateful for it. But we realized that we had more to offer people. Mm-hmm. We wanted to offer our services to more people, and we needed a system to do it, So I was just excited.
Yeah.
And we realized with that meeting that we were creating sometimes as well, which created some change in January 2020, is that we needed to focus on what we truly believe helped our members be successful. And we really focused our business with the things that we truly believe that we can offer people to be successful with weight loss. Whereas before, you're almost trying to like offer everything because you're trying to build a business, but now it's like, we need to pinpoint our strengths and what we truly in our hearts believe is what people need to be successful with weight loss.
Yeah.
So I love what you just explained about what happened in that founders lunch and everything. And I feel like you are now transitioning from, or you have transitioned from the startup mode to an established business, because the words you have used, and this is the strategist, like the business person in me, you are looking for creating a healthy business, not just survive as an entrepreneur. And this is where everything changes, because when you talked about running and growing your business, well, the business was growing, but it was an organic growth. You were not in control. You were not dictating which type of growth you wanted. So talking also about if it doubles tomorrow, what's happening? This is the scalability of your business. So, and what I love the most is that since 2019, we are getting ready for the growth. And everything you have described, I really wish that many entrepreneurs out there will actively listen to what you are sharing, because growth is a choice. It doesn't just happen overnight. It takes saying no to a lot of things, because you just said this. You used to do everything. Now you know the things that you don't want to do because that's not you. And if someone comes to you for these things, you will say, sorry, but you may go see this person. She will be a better position to help you. Only then we are investing in a sustainable business that will keep evolving and adapting, but the identity will stay the same, because this is the core of everything. I'm very glad that you are sharing this and talking about your digital transformation. A lot of people who know me know that this is my main focus, and I'm trying to help more and more businesses to accept it. And I love that when this person said that your website wasn't that great, you're laughing. You were not shocked. And I think this is the secret, because I meet a lot of business owners, established business owners, and they are always, I have a friend who likes to say, we have a lot of kings here in our community, because everything is perfect and no one can dare saying that something is wrong. And if you dare to, they don't like it. They really don't like it. But when I see you talking about all the comments and all the questions you have questioned your business, you didn't wait for others. You took the initiative and you went to see the right people without questioning it, because you know that it's for your business. You know that you need that. And I think that mindset is key, accepting the feedback, negative and positive, and building on it, not stopping and going into drama mode, but more, okay, well, let's fix it. Let's find a solution. Let's get ready for that growth. So congrats for that. You can be very proud of what you have done, because we are all of you. Having businesses like you around us keeps motivating us. So since then, what happened since you have invested in your platform and your online community? Are you now ready for the growth? Do you feel ready for the growth, and what are the results, like immediate results, and what are you seeking for the future?
We would love for a business to double overnight.
We're ready.
Let's go.
Yeah, we've really, doubling would be like, we would breathe out, but we'd be ready. But a big part of what we've seen since our new platform is that we do have, I guess, more time to focus on the things, our strengths. I mean, we could always use more time in a day, but we do have the platform ready. Maybe we would have to hire more humans, but we do have an amazing platform. If anyone wants to look up Kajabi is what we use because it's a membership site, and it allows us to do courses, online courses, products that our members can really benefit from, easy access to making videos and getting content out there to our members quite easily. Yeah. It also offers a membership base platform, which is exactly what we do. So, I mean, there are some things that we wish Kajabi did a little bit better, but I don't think that there's a perfect platform out there, but it certainly has a lot of the list of the things that we were looking for on our list.
Right.
Nice.
So in terms of that platform, we're really happy about it. And yeah, we do see that our members are the members that represent the members that really, I guess, take into account everything that we put out there and really love everything about Your Weight Loss, love our new platform. They love the content. They love the fact that it's easy to log in. And I mean, but I would love to talk about the fact that it is, we know we still live in a society, or we still have members that do struggle with technology.
Yeah.
And we weren't, I guess that was one of the parts where we did not expect, with the whole, we called it the migration from December 2019 to January 2020. We did not expect the level of, and like, okay, I just want to put it out there that like my number one thing when I hired my tech guy, who is Dave Gallant, you can check him out. When I hired him, I said, it needs to be simple. Like the simplest thing ever. This migration needs like I want them to do almost nothing and it's like done for them. That's what I wanted, because we had an old platform and needed to migrate over 1,000 people to a new platform, and we wanted to keep a lot of them, like all of them, right?
Yes.
So we were stirring the pot, and we knew that we were, and we had talked about it, and we knew that there were going to be some repercussions because of it, but we weren't expecting the amount of people, you know, kind of afraid of paying online, and, you know, the issues with credit cards, and because we were like so excited about this whole new system of making it easier for them and for us, you know. We were making it quite difficult for them to be members, because it was like, you need to stop at the bank and then come see us at a location, and like, you know, now everything. But
I think it's like, it boils down to change, right? Like, I think it's like, it's changing behavior. I mean, and you could even talk about that in the work and the programs that you do. It's like, it's changing behavior, and it's like accepting a new way of doing things, and it's scary. And, you know, kudos to people that are like that. Like, I don't, you know, present as one of those people that I'm like, oh, change is, it's great, I love it, it's fun, you know, and kudos to the people that do think that. But I think that's I think that's probably the biggest thing there, where people are like, okay, well, I liked this old thing, and now you have a new thing. Like, what if it's not better? What if it's not easier? What if? But I would say, you know, given our current landscape of things right now, there's going to be a lot more people comfortable with online technology and, you know, doing things differently, right? So yeah.
It was definitely the scariest thing we'd ever done business wise, because it was just, that's massive. We moved that many people to a new system, but it was really being true to us and to what we like really knew people needed to be successful, and you know, no regrets.
So how long did that take you to like hash out that plan? Like, that's, you know, something that I'm always curious about too, is like the implementation and the planning and the strategy behind something. How long did that take?
It was half a year. Like, it started in July, where we really focused on, okay, what are our needs? What do I do in a run of a day? What could be done not on an Excel sheet? A lot of people were talking about automation. You know, that can be automated, right? Yes. And I was like, no, but no automation can do it better than me.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it was certainly something that I would say 6 months. Full on 4 months, from September to December, and like our tech person Dave really like took this project seriously. He was very much involved and loved everything that we were doing and knew the insides of what we wanted to accomplish. And he was working pretty hard on December 24th, let's just say, when we realized that Kajabi wasn't doing taxes, just like stuff like that. So he needed to do more. Like there are things that happened that were like, wow, we weren't expecting that. And that's 2 days before launching. And, you know, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't like a 6-month thing. But that became my full-time job from September to December, was creating all those videos, creating a program, a 30-day mindset program, and all the like, what's the word? The aesthetics behind it. And so just like people don't see that, like that takes a lot of time, minutes. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of minutes behind the aesthetics.
They all add up.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
One of the things that we like to do is we have a few questions that we ask of all our guests. So what piece of advice would you give to someone who wants to grow in their career or business? Jose, we'll start with you.
One thing that I guess I wish I would have started from the beginning, and maybe that was the lack of confidence in me feeling like I was an entrepreneur and really going with that identity, because I never identified myself like that. Once I did, so I would say, first off, identify yourself as an entrepreneur so that you can have that confidence to identify what do you want for your business? Like, what is your business's identity, I guess? And who is your ideal client? Like, what is your ideal client? And go for it. Stop hiding what you represent, and stop hiding and stop trying to please everyone and trying to just get clients because you want clients. That really stops the sustainability. And also you are not being true to what you're trying to create as a business.
So, curious question, and if you don't want to answer it, that's okay. Are you okay today after the whole work, after the whole identity work you have done? Are you okay with losing some of your clients today?
With the migration that we did in December, that certainly happened. It happened because, and we knew, and we had talked about it, and we felt like who we were losing, and we were ready for that loss to be able to be ready for a growth. We also wanted our daily tasks, our daily work to represent our business and to represent what we like, to be more meaningful and to represent what we are as a business. And we felt like the way we were running the business, but also Your Way Weight Loss, maybe the service we were providing was not exactly who we wanted to be. And we wanted to make sure that in 2020, before growing, we wanted to make sure that our identity as a business was exactly who we were. We wanted to be ready for that.
That's the perfect answer I was looking for, let's say. So my last question, you are friends, you have been friends before becoming business partners and work together and have different opinions, have different personalities, complete each other. How do we protect the friendship and build a strong partnership without losing that friendship?
Such a good question. I think we do also do a good job of trying to keep some things separate in the sense that, okay, let's talk, but let's talk about not business. Like, we'll have moments where we really do that. But again, I think it's just us as humans. We are both no drama. And we both are very self-aware people. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. For example, I'm not a very good speller, but I'm the person putting all this stuff on the internet. And Jose messages me, Alisha, there's 85 spelling mistakes in your post. And I just go, I'm so sorry, boss. And I fix it and we move on, and it's no drama. So I think you just have to realize the intentions when she is telling me something is not to be negative. It's just literally could better our business.
Yes, I want to attest to that. Where I love the intentions part, Alisha, our intentions are always positive because there is respect and love. And I think that I know that I can send her a message, and let's say I'm busy. We have like 75 children between the two of us. And so let's say I'm busy and it's like, my message is picas, which means just like straightforward and not like, hey friend, she does not think that we're fighting, and there's no, again, there is no drama. And I think that those words can be said, but for you to actually live that type of life is another thing. And we truly are no drama for real. And we do separate it is separate our friendship and also our business. And we are very business driven. So most of the time our conversations always end up being business. But then we're like, okay, no, the next 30 minutes, we're talking about just life. And like, because we also want to get, like, we have so many things in common when it comes to our friendship as well. Right. So, because we like each other. We like each other.
And your 75 kids.
Yeah.
I also think I just want to say
about that. Maybe we'll have another episode just so you can talk to us about that. 75, I'm not sure if I can visualize this.
Alisha, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that I really think, I mean, it's kind of sappy, but it's almost like a marriage in the sense that when you marry someone, and I feel like when it's going to work, you don't necessarily always like the same things, but you have the exact same values.
Yeah.
And I feel like we are both very driven people that are very willing to work very hard. And I think that value in common has helped us really make our way together in the business.
I agree. And like when I felt like I just had a child, but in 2018, I had my second kid, and it was a rough, like it was busy and so much work with online. And Alisha, I felt like Alisha really took on with the community and being present and making sure that our members felt like a human was there where I was breastfeeding. You know what I mean? Right. And I felt sometimes sad, and I'm like, I'm so sorry that I'm not. And she's like, this is not a competition. You just had a child. I know you worry about you, she said. I worry about me. We make sure that we're happy with what we individually as individuals, and we're always happy with what the other person does. Like I feel like, and I've never had to, and I'll just say this, I've never had to say anything to, like, I guess we're just so lucky. Like, I've never had to say to Alisha, like, you could do this better, or you could do more of this. Like, she just took it on, and I take on things, and we are lucky. I don't believe in luck, but man, Alisha, don't you agree?
I agree. I wish we could hold hands right now.
Have a giant hug.
Can I hop on as a last second?
Thanks, Nicole, for joining us. For all our listeners, so this is Nicole. Nicole is our marketing manager, and she is the producer of our podcast. So we are happy that she's sharing her story with us. And by the way, she is our link to Your Way Weight Loss because she's a member of their community. And she has been sharing a lot of her experience and her satisfaction with the company. And she inspired us to share their success story with you. So thank you for joining.
Nicole, are you going to make us cry?
No, I hope not. That's not my intention. No, I really want to thank both of you for coming on. And Miriam isn't lying when I constantly reference Your Way Weight Loss, because what I've learned with you guys has really made me understand transformation. I'm a graphic designer and marketing person. I have no clue what digital transformation is and all of the inner workings and all of this. And this is really what I Transform is, what Miriam is working on. And I'm helping her with that in the marketing efforts. Well, to be able to market, as Alisha, I'm sure you know, it's like you have to really understand what it is that you're talking about. And actually through the Your Way Weight Loss program, Miriam would talk and I would go like, oh, like it finally makes sense. It's so silly, but it's simplified for me really what transformation means and what it is. And I've gotten to a point where I've lost 70 pounds since I've joined last year, and like I never ever thought those words would come out of my mouth. And it's I think the most surprised part of all of this for me is how it's not just the fact that my old pants don't fit. It's the fact that like so many other things in my life are better because I'm making these choices. That to me has been like the biggest surprise and the biggest blessing in all of this. So anyways, I really want to thank you for doing this episode with us. I really appreciate it. It has been a phenomenal episode. I'm so excited for this to get released.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Congratulations, Nicole.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Are all about being real and share those emotions and perfect. Thank you. It's amazing.
I love it. Well, thank you both for sharing today. It's like I said, I've always been, I've had a lot of respect for the business and the community that you've created. And I think you've done an amazing job of sharing, your hearts and your passions, and you've changed many lives. So thank you for sharing your hearts and your business with all of us. And thanks for giving us a little bit of insight into your business and your lives too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing everything. And please keep seeking happiness and sharing happiness. We need this in our world more than any time before. Thank you.